Darren Till did not have a good night gambling for UFC 292 last night. Prior to UFC 292, Darren tweeted, "Bet everything you have on Aljo tonight. I've got $134 net worth, and it's going on Aljo." After Sean defeated Aljo, Tim Welch replied to Darren saying, "How are you feeling?" Ian Garry went off on Neil Magny following his victory last night. Ian calls Neil a scumbag for the comments he made prior to the fight.
The whooping that you give somebody in high school, like, or in grade school, so when he tough on my mom and you put the beat him on there, and there's a whooping that you give your son now, like to kind of teach him life a little bit. And being a father, I've become quite accustomed to that kind of whooping now, and that's kind of what we're looking forward to giving on Saturday.
Being a father, I've got kind of accustomed to giving that up in that. Sorry.
You.
Whoa.
Does his wife know?
Shush. Bro, he just sat there and said, being a father, word for word. Being a father, I've got accustomed to giving that whooping.
Being a father, I've become quite accustomed to that kind of whooping now, and that's kind of what we're looking forward to giving on Saturday. And I know he's out there, he's very cocky, he's doing himself, everything.
So he's going to beat Garry well.
Oh my goodness, I will never whoop your I'll never whoop your It's okay. Do you want me to beat him up? I'll beat him up because apparently he beats his son up. Magny's a scumbag, and I'm glad I went down and gave him a hiding. Because the said at that press conference to you guys last week, I don't know how none of you picked up on that, by the way. The first second I heard it, I was like, what did he just say? I paused, I was like, sorry. I must have misunderstood that. I watched it again and I was like, oh my goodness. You cannot say something like that and get away with it.
It seems that brought something out of you.
Right, it did.
You almost
it's justice.
That you have some bad blood now going into a fight?
Look, my baby sat over there in the corner over here, right? I know from my life, I was a pest as a kid. Look at me, I'm the exact type of person that's gonna cause trouble. Do you know what I mean? I got a whack at a wooden spoon. That doesn't mean I go and do it to him. No, you break the cycle. And I see a lot of these comments being like, oh, this. If you want to be better and you want to change the world, don't do what you don't want to do to your life. Break the cycle, be a better human, be a better man, and let's change the world. And don't ever touch a kid. That's my attitude, and I don't think there's anyone in this room that's gonna disagree with me. And if you do, come talk to me.
Sean O'Malley gives his initial reaction to becoming the new UFC bantamweight champion. He discusses when he may make his first title defense.
I feel very relieved. I feel very calm still. Feel excellent. I just feel like, I think I was a huge underdog. I just seen a lot of people picking against me, and doubt me now. It's honestly one of the best feelings because I know there's people out there that just hate the Sugar Show, but I keep winning and it just drives them crazy. They're gonna wake up tomorrow just angry at life because I won. I mean, the first round, whether I won it or lost on the scorecard, was a perfect round for me. He didn't touch me. He didn't take me down. He might have kicked my legs a few times, done that, but his goal was to take me down and he didn't. So going into that second round, that round one was perfect for me. I was very happy with how it played out. And yeah, I just had to go out there, and I knew I was going to find his chin. It's 25 minutes. If I keep it on the feet for 25 minutes, I'm going to find his chin. I trained to find people's chins, and that's what I was doing. After I dropped him, I thought the ref gave him a lot of opportunities because I felt like I saw his eyes roll back like 4 or 5 times. I feel like I kind of, after all my fights, I just close my eyes and I just feel like I can feel more with my eyes closed and just taking it all in, and I feel like I'm dreaming still. It's crazy. Literally, like, perfect way for the Sugar Show to become champ in Boston. I gotta, just make sure I can recover from every little injury I have, because ideally you don't go into training camp with injuries. So I need to just recover, get healthy, and then I believe December could be a possibility.
Dana White gives his reaction to Sean O'Malley defeating Aljamain Sterling. Dana says there is no such thing as Dana White privilege in the UFC.
There's been some talk of like, oh, he's had everything handed to him, but after a performance like that against one of the best champions in the division's history, this guy belongs at the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Dana White privilege, you don't become number 2 in the world without earning it. So, and I don't pick that, you people do. So, then he went in there and delivered tonight. There is no such thing as Dana White privilege in this company. They can do that type of shit in boxing. If you make it to the top here, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say that some people can't catch some breaks sometimes. People are hurt, this and that happens. Certain matchups can't happen at one time. You got a situation where Merab won't fight the champion. I mean, there's lots of different things that can happen, but it has nothing to do with us. It's just the way that timing and everything else plays out. When you get to a title shot, you've earned it here.
There's a lot of talk about this guy's potential as a star for the UFC. I mean, he does crazy numbers already. How much more does a championship add to that star power for Sean O'Malley?
We broke the all-time gate record here. Bruce Springsteen just played here and did 5 million. We did over 7 million. Okay, with the Boston Garden. We're the biggest thing other than the craziest sports town on earth, other than their team that plays here. We're the biggest thing that's ever been here. So what does that tell you about O'Malley? This is also the biggest bantamweight championship fight ever on pay-per-view globally. It broke the record. Biggest bantamweight championship fight ever. I'm sure you saw the crowd at the end. O'Malley isn't gonna be a star. He is a star.
Last night, Dana White also spoke on Ian Garry's call out of Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Dana says that Wonderboy already turned the fight down.
Obviously called out Wonderboy, wants a 5-round main event. Wonderboy has said, like, I'll fight the Ian Garrys of the world. Is that a fight you would be interested in?
Wonderboy turned the fight down tonight.
There you go. You talked to him right away, like right after?
Listen, we make fights, man. That's what we do.
Following UFC 292 last night, Henry Cejudo had words for Sean O'Malley. Henry tweeted, "Congratulations, pussy." At Sugar Sean MMA, how can you say you are the best in the world when you are not even the best in our city? At Dana White can't give him Cheeto because he sucks, and if you give him a rod, he's only going to wrestle. Let's run it in Phoenix. Tim Welch responded to Henry saying, "Bro, you definitely should avoid this fight so you don't have to end your career getting highlight KO'd." And Sean O'Malley replied saying, at Henry Cejudo, "If you want me to teach you a little takedown defense for MMA, let me know. Come down to Peoria." Sean also had words with boxer Ryan Garcia last night. At the post-fight press conference, Sean first called out Gervonta Davis.
I also wouldn't mind knocking out Gervonta Davis, and I know people are going to go, "Oh, you want to be Conor." I'm telling you, that fight is going to happen.
Boxing, we're talking about your...
Oh, of course.
You wanna cross over and box him?
I would love to. He's this tall, dude. I would love to go out there and box him.
You've seen him in person, right? Like, you guys have had interactions?
I've never seen him in person.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, how far do you see that happening? Like, in the near future?
I mean, I feel like it could happen sooner than later. But I also know, like, okay, well, you know, UFC is down to get behind stuff like that if it's big enough. I mean, with that performance, we're getting close. But maybe I have to go out there, win a couple more fights, win another belt. I don't know if he's even considered a big enough star for the UFC to let that happen. But it'll happen. And people always, I mean, I said this was going to happen years ago, and I got so much saying I was going to be the champ, I'm going to be the next big star, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that. I got so much hate and shit for it, but look at me now.
Ryan Garcia tweeted, "Sugar Sean, you are good and all, but stop talking about this I'm going to box stuff. You'll just get knocked out." Sean replied, at Ryan Garcia, "Like you did or different?" Sean's referring to Ryan getting finished by Gervonta this past April.
You are the man. You're the man. You are the man. You're the man.
Fresh. You the man. You the man. You are the man.
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post future ones. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Matt Joseph. It's in reference to the voice memos from Conor McGregor during the Chris Weidman fight at UFC 292. It says, "What the hell is McGregor talking about?" The second one says, "Unreal moment, but I've never seen the UFC post a knockout video right after a pay-per-view. They're pushing hard to have O'Malley go viral. Can't say I don't blame them. Was a mean slip counter." And the final one's from EMG Sports. It says, "Power beats precision and speed beats timing," or something. Sean O'Malley. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured on the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. If you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen to get caught up. And make sure to go subscribe to our second channel where we post our exclusive MMA interviews.